Good afternoon, one and all. This is Yashwant from BA second year. Today, I would like to speak on one most important historic thing happened in 2008. That is, it is related to some corporate sector thing. As we all know, the uncrowned king of Indian industry, none other than Ratan Tata. He got described as uncrowned king by Sudha Murthy in one of her books. I didn't remember exactly, but yeah, he's obviously he's uncrowned king of Indian industry. From starting from salt to in every sector he had established his Tata business empire, and for such I would like to speak on him. One of the important uh, thing happened in his life. That is purchasing the Jaguar and Land Rover company from Ford in 2008. In 1998, exactly it is 10 years before purchasing this Jaguar and Land Rover. In 1998, this Tata company started launched Tata Indica car. It got flopped in the Indian market, and this Tata Group tried to sell the Tata Motors to Ford Motors. That when they went to Germany, these Tata groups Tata uh, mm, people got insulted by Ford chairman that you Indians, why you Indians always try to do new kind of business where you are don't do, can't do this kind of things. They insulted us in such a way. Exactly after 10 years, these our Ratan Tata has purchased the uh, Tata, I mean Land Rover and Jaguar companies, which are the part of Ford Industries, and which are running in complete losses all over the world. In within 3 years, I think by 2011 or 12, I think so, 3 to 4 years, the Tata and Land Rover has become the one of the luxurious and uh, mm, luxurious and one of the best cars in the world. That's because of Tata, our Indians. That's because of our Indians. Like here, I want to convey one message is that when we are going on our way, we will get lot of comments from many people that you are waste, you are useless, you are something. But instead of taking those comments and getting depressed, we are waste. It's better to take those comments as inspiration, and we have to go ahead. And at the same time, if Ratan Tata would think that we can't do these kind of automobile industries, then today there is no Tata empire would be lasted till today. So that this is one of the inspiring thing even for me. Like many people has commented me regarding my behavior, my things, but I don't care anything of us. I just want to take them a good revenge, as how Ratan Tata taken revenge on Ford Motors. Even when not only me, it's like everyone has must take a positive revenge on the people who commented us, who said you are a waste, you are useless, and my opinion is that we should go in such a way that the people who commented us must get jealous of us, and again they should say that you are the best. I said the day before yesterday, Arindam asked me what is success. Like jovially I said that when your ex-girlfriend got jealous on you, that's called success on you. But personally I feel that one who commented on you, again that same person say you are the best, that movement is the original success according to me. And that I feel the what is success when you ask me. So yeah, but what I said 2 days ago is my personal feeling. The thing what I take personally regarding some things happened in my life. So it's like, but what is success according to me is one who commented on you should wait for your appointment to meet you. then the real success lies in everyone's life. Thank you.
Very nice, Yashwant. Again, a brilliant presentation. In English, there is a saying, make someone eat your words. That is, take back what they said. And that exactly is what it was. That's your philosophy of life, that you make people eat their words. That is whatever they call. So very good. And Ratan Tata is my favorite industrialist human being. And, he's a role model when it comes to ethics and when it comes to his business practices. He has set the bar so high, not only for us Indians, but world over. How business should be done. You must learn it from the ethics of the Tata company. And I think he was one of the first ones to come out during COVID times also and make the generous donation, give up his salary and all. So Ratan Tata remains a model. And if young students like you look up to Ratan Tata for us models and not like Mahesh Babu and all, I think our job as teachers are done. We are in safe hands.
Even recently, Ratan Tata ji has given a statement that some media has saying you have given 1,500 crore property, you are a great, you are something else. He said, please don't write good thing, like
these things about praise me.
Don't praise me. If my country is in huge losses, I am ready to give my entire property, 6 lakh crores for my nation. So it's 1,500 crores is very small amount for me.
Exactly.
That words it's such a good, inspiring words, but those words.
Yes. Exactly. So, even, when we were young, he was a role model. He was much younger. The business ethics, the way he conducts his business, the way he lives his life. And, even when Tata does business around the globe, they maintain those ethics kind of, When you think of the Ambanis, they are good business people. But then Tatas have their ethics, and that is embodied in Ratan Tata. And when young people like you look up to Ratan Tata as a role model, it's really a great thing, very good. I'm really very impressed. And I like your, attitude to life. Make somebody eat their words is what I would put it. Yes, that Josh, that Janoon is very important to succeed in life. Very good, very nice.
Well, again, I actually, Anita ma'am, I don't know, how can you speak such a wonderful English, ma'am? Like I always aspire that I should speak English like Anita ma'am only. Like it's not like that. Ma'am, Bangla ma'am and Suchitra ma'am, it's not like that. You don't talk good English. It's like I personally feel that Anita ma'am's English has some bit stylish English, ma'am. Like and if I am able to habituate that kind of English, then it will be very easy for me to flirt girls. Like,
it just comes out of practice, ma.
It's very such a good English for you, ma'am. But I try a lot to talk like you, but it's
it comes out of practice only, ma. It is nothing but practice. Because my mother insisted that I speak. We all speak Malayalam at home. We were not allowed to speak English. We picked up our language from the school and from college, speaking to friends, doing extensive reading. We had to read, and all three of us, we are three sisters, we would read. We only got storybooks for presents, and we just had to read storybooks only. Birthday gifts were only new clothes and storybooks, nothing else. And so it is just reading. And then, of course, the fact that my father was in the army, and so we traveled around, and so English becomes a link language when you're in other countries. So that could be the other reason that, we speak better English. And then the little exposure that we have been in and out of the country also, it comes, once you have the basics, you just keep practicing, and then it comes automatically. Because every college that I worked in, whether it was Khairtabad or Begumpet, even the attenders tell that they pick up the English because they have to speak to me in English. So it will happen. You just have to just speak English, and you will become fluent in English. Okay? It comes out of practice, and you all are at the right age to pick up the English. Once you know, you say, I want to learn, then you will definitely learn. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you.
Suchitra ma'am and Bangla.
Yeah. Yashwant, I think myself and Bangla ma'am will not be offended by the comment that you gave, because we also look up at Anita ma'am for the language that she has.
True, true.
You know, we are, let me tell you, we are a bit jealous of it also. She's a more of a competition for us. But otherwise, you know, I too pick up so many words from her and learn every day. So I think I take that in a positive way. Yeah. She is an inspiration to us. And I think Anita ma'am also knows it, that whenever she speaks, I have my book and I immediately jot down the words that she uses, and I try to put it when I speak to my other friends. So she is definitely an inspiration to many of us. Coming to your topic, yeah, that was a very nice topic where you tried to say that we live in a world where most of the time people let you down. There are
Yes,
very
ma'am.
few hands that will lift you up, but
Yes,
there
ma'am.
are many hands that will push you down. But we need to have a very positive attitude. And when they let us down, I think there's another proverb that comes to my mind, that actions speak louder than words. So we don't have
Yes.
to react to what they say, but we need to work on it and bounce back with a better result. Only our action should speak when somebody tries to let us down. And I think even practically in my life, I had come across situations where
We
Hello,
lost
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Suchitra. Suchitra ma'am.
You wrap up, and when she comes, she will make a comment.
Okay. Yes, Yashwant, as Suchitra madam said, we all look up to Anita madam. She is our inspiration also. We learn from each other, so no offense. So that's it. Your presentation was good. Ratan Tata is
Thank
one
you.
person whom we all looked up, as madam said, during our young age, teenage and adulthood also. So this is a company which has its values and ethics in place. I'm reminded of that Taj accident
Yes, ma'am.
also,
Taj
where
2008
my uncle
blast
also
when
worked in that Taj. So when this September 9/7 happened, all the employees, Ratan Tata Group has given all 3 months salary advance paid for all those who were on duty on that day. And for people who died there, the staff, the lifelong pension and a job to one of their family members, all this was taken care of. So this is a human value or moral ethics that the Tata company stands for, and I'm really very happy you chose a person to look up to. And now,
actually in India and in Asia, normally Ambani is the richest person, ma'am. If Ratan Tata stops his philosophical works for
Yes.
1 year, then Ratan Tata will be the richest person in
Absolutely.
Asia.
correct.
Yeah,
And he will be the top 10 richest persons in the world also.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
only
And,
60% of his income is used for philosophical work.
absolutely.
That's the reason
And,
he's not in the list of rich people. Rich people.
Not only that, even
I-
Sudha Murthy's company, Infosys, also does a
Infosys.
lot of charity and philanthropy work.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, since we are at the topic of Ratan Tata, I'd like to share something very personal. A close friend of ours, my husband's, Wing Commander Minocha, he was in the Air Force. They're Parsis, so he was Ratan Tata's personal pilot for his helicopter after he retired. And when Minocha got cancer, every day Ratan Tata would go to Breach Candy Hospital before he would fly Ratan Tata's personal helicopter. And when he was admitted at Breach Candy in Bombay, every day before Ratan Tata went to work when he was in India, he would go visit Minocha in the hospital and then go to work. Spend 5 minutes and, you know, this thing. Until today, it is like what now, 8 years since Minocha passed away. He died of cancer in 2012. Till today, the salary that Minocha was drawing as Ratan Tata's helicopter pilot is given to his wife, who's a very close friend of mine, Shama. And both the girls, their daughters, when they got married, Ratan Tata personally attended the wedding and took care of the entire expenses. That's the kind of person he is, you know. And even today, if Shama wants anything, or if Shama is in any trouble, she just can pick up and directly dial Tata, Ratan Tata, and invariably, whenever there is a function or when there is a festival, he makes sure that he calls her and speaks to her because he knows she's alone. So that's the kind of person he is, very, very,
Yeah.
very generous. That's the kind of